Hi there. Today, I wanted to talk about intuitive painting and, in particular, what intuitive painting means to me. So, intuition, as my colleague likes to say, and I'm not quite sure where this comes from originally, to be honest, um, she likes to say intuition is what you hear before your rational mind starts to take over. It's those subtle voices in our head, those subtle notions that lead us down a direction or drop in an idea or take us down a certain path that prompt us to reach for a color without even thinking about it or making a mark in a certain part of our surface that we're not even thinking about. All of that is driven by our intuition. This idea that there is this sensing that we have as part of us that's connected to something larger and that often speaks through us. And so if you've ever found yourself painting or creating anything really, and you've just sort of lost track of time and have just sort of moved from one thing to another, chances are you were connecting with your intuition and you were painting intuitively. And so a lot of people might say, well, Tracy, we all paint intuitively. So what are you talking about? So what I'm talking about is all of that and more. How do we intentionally tap into our intuition? What techniques are out there and available to us to help us access our intuition more readily? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this idea of the intersection between our intention and our intuition and how those two can come together in the creative process. So I'm teaching 2 workshops on intuitive painting, and this is what these workshops is about. How do we intentionally tap into our intuition at will? And how do we build that muscle? I kind of refer to that as our intuitive intelligence. We have emotional intelligence, we have our cognitive intelligence. We've also got intuitive intelligence. There's so much information and insight that's available to us. All we need to do is listen. So these 2 workshops, 2 separate dates, so you can join both or come to one or the other. It's up to you. The first one on November 12th will be delivered online over Zoom. So if you're someone who prefers to create in the comfort of your own home, or perhaps you don't live near me, where I'll be teaching here in upstate New York, but you'd love to join in, this option is a great one for you. So you can join from any location. All you need is access to a computer with pretty good internet, and Zoom is the platform that we'll be using for that. And that's November 12th. It's a Sunday from 11 a.m. Eastern Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll take a break in there for food and taking care of our body. So don't worry about that. The other option is on December 2nd, and that's a Saturday. Same time, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, but this one will be in person at Arlene's Artist Materials in Albany, New York. So if you really enjoy being in a group setting in person, this is a great option for you. And I always have extra supplies and things like that to play with in my workshops as well. So that's one of the perks of being in person, if that's something that you prefer. In these workshops, we're going to be playing with water-based media, and in particular, fluid media. And what I mean specifically is watercolor and acrylic ink. And the reason why I like to use this media in these workshops is because they're very organic and unexpected things happen. And often those unexpected happy accidents, if you will, are the foundations of incredible pieces of work, incredible pieces of art. And that's what we're going to play with. So if you're an experienced watercolorist, this might feel a little unusual to you, the way that we're going to be using it. If you've never used watercolor before or acrylic inks before, this can be a lot of fun to just try something new and watch the magic of color and blending and unexpectedness happen around you. These workshops are great for someone who might not even consider themselves an artist, who might not think they're capable of creating art for whatever reason. Maybe you don't have a background or you don't have a lot of drawing skills yet or anything like that. This is a great workshop for you because it's about expressing yourself and there's no right or wrong. So it's effortless to create something that's unique to you. And I'll be there with you alongside to help you on your journey to create something that you really love. If you're an experienced artist, this could also be a great workshop for you because it introduces you to a new way of accessing your creativity, a way you may not be used to. So especially if you find yourself kind of stuck in a rut, or maybe you've been doing things the same way for a while, maybe you're feeling disconnected from yourself as an artist. This could be a great process to help you reconnect to yourself, to what you really love, and see that flow through in your work. You might be surprised at the color combinations that come out. I hear that a lot with folks that are artists that take these workshops. They're like, wow, I never gravitate towards that color, but today purple's really calling to me and I love what I'm creating. So you never know what you might discover, and that's the beauty of these workshops. There is a link in my bio where you can register and learn more information. Please reach out to me. You can reach out to me, leave a comment, DM me, or certainly on my website at tracyloringart.com. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Whether I see you in one of my workshops or online or just out there in the world, I wish you much love, joy, and magic, and happy creating.